Welcome to your U.S. news update for April 17, 2025. From escalating trade tensions and economic shifts to political controversies and nationwide protests, here's what's making headlines across the United States today. President Donald Trump's aggressive tariff policies have intensified, leading to significant economic repercussions. The administration's sweeping tariffs have sparked a global trade war, causing the Dow Jones to plummet by 4,000 points over 48 hours, the largest drop since the 2020 pandemic crash. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq also experienced substantial declines, reflecting investor anxiety over potential recession risks. Wikipedia in response, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell has expressed concerns that these tariffs could exacerbate inflation and destabilize financial markets. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund has downgraded global growth forecasts, citing the escalating trade tensions as a primary factor. The hands-off protests continue to gain momentum nationwide, with millions rallying against the Trump administration's policies. Demonstrators are voicing opposition to cuts in social programs, immigration enforcement actions, and perceived threats to democratic institutions. The protests have been described as the largest coordinated demonstrations since the early 2000s. Wikipedia simultaneously, the administration faces legal challenges over immigration policies. A federal appeals court has criticized the government's refusal to comply with orders regarding the wrongful deportation of a Maryland resident, highlighting tensions between the executive branch and the judiciary. Harvard University is under federal investigation for alleged civil rights violations and is facing threats of losing its tax-exempt status. The administration accuses the institution of non-compliance with federal mandates concerning foreign student data. This move is part of a broader crackdown on higher education institutions perceived as resistant to federal policies. Tech giants are feeling the heat from the ongoing trade war. Nvidia reported a $5.5 billion charge due to U.S. chip export restrictions to China, leading to a nearly 7% drop in its stock value. CEO Jensen Huang is currently in China for strategic discussions. Meanwhile, Netflix is set to release its Q1 earnings, with expectations of a 12% revenue growth, aiming to double its revenue by 2030. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is under fire for attributing the rise in autism rates to environmental toxins, a claim that contradicts established scientific consensus. Environmental groups are also challenging the administration's rollback of green policies, filing lawsuits to contest the suspension of offshore wind projects. A series of mass shootings have occurred across the country, including incidents in New York City, Illinois, and Louisiana. The most devastating was in New Orleans, where a man inspired by extremist ideologies drove a truck through a crowd, resulting in multiple fatalities and injuries. These events have reignited debates over gun control and public safety measures. From economic upheavals and political unrest to public health controversies and safety concerns, the United States is navigating a complex landscape of challenges. Stay informed and engaged as we continue to monitor these developing stories. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more in-depth news coverage.